Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Garage, where today we're doing a review of Toyota Corolla.
I can't get it, diamonds so pearls, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got, the fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Alright guys, and this is actually our 1998 Toyota Corolla, my wife's 1998 Corolla, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today. I have known this car for over a year now. I put an engine in it, which is how I bought it so cheap. And we're actually going to do a teardown video on the old engine to figure out what exactly went wrong from the previous owner in that engine. It's going to be nice and exciting. But this is my wife on camera. That's Miss Grumpy Monkey back there, who actually named the business that, so we can all thank her for the creative name. So without further ado, let's get started talking about 1998 to 2002 Toyota Corolla and why they're the best. Toyota Corollas are the khakis of the automotive wardrobe. Everybody should have one. They just go well with everything. The 1998 to 2002 Toyota Corolla is khakis tucked in with an oversized button-down shirt for church on Sunday. It's just the reasonable, that's all right type of car. It's not meant to be fancy. It's not a Lexus. It's not even its bigger brother, the Camry. This car gets you from here to there and will never let you down. It's going to be there through those bad breakups. It's going to be there through those $5 on pump 7 days. It's going to be there when the struggle is real and you're eating hot dogs off of sandwich bread. This Corolla will get you through all of those hard times in your life. And what's really unfortunate is after people get out of those hard times, and this car has never let them down, that's when they get rid of the car. Goes through all the hard times and somebody gets rid of it. Absolutely killed me. So I have dedicated myself to saving as many of these Corollas as I absolutely can. Like this one, I refuse to let these go to the crusher even though it had a bad engine. It actually has some side bodywork damage you can see in some of our footage here. And it needed some saving. It actually got hit by, I believe it was a Tahoe that T-boned it. And it's still going. Good engine, 250,000 miles, good to go. But the Corolla doesn't fit a niche anymore. It doesn't have all of the fanciest technology, much like our Ranger review. It fits a lot of the same category. It doesn't have infotainment. It's got a radio, you push a button, you listen to a station. FM, AM, that's all you get. It's got cup holders. It's not unreasonable. It's got a good gas mileage record. This one right here is getting 38 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good for something that's 22 years old. And yeah, these things just never ever die. Timing chain, that's very important. Everybody likes timing chains. You don't have to pay for a timing belt. And the Toyota Corolla is so nice to you that even if you don't change the oil on a regular basis, which you definitely should, but if you don't, if you skip that oil change because it's not in the budget that month, the Corolla's not going to flip you off and go into limp mode. The Corolla's not going to flip you off and throw a rod, BMW. It's not going to do those kinds of things. What the Corolla is going to do is take it in stride, give a lot of forgiveness. It's like the woman you want to marry. She's going to give you a lot of forgiveness, put up with your crap, and love you no matter what. That's the Toyota Corolla. This generation of Toyota Corollas are just invincible. Don't ever let your insurance company total these cars out for you. There are plenty of parts in all the pick and pulls, pull apart, wherever you're going to go to get your parts. There are literally hundreds of these in there that have been totaled out because somebody gets a dent in the hood and your insurance company goes, oh, it's totaled, because they want to sell this at auction. It's going to sell with a salvage title still very high. These things retain their value. They're not pieces of junk. If you get a dent, go buy a new hood, put it on there, and then let your appraiser look at it. Try to retain your vehicle. You won't get this kind of reliability out of any of these modern cars. These things live forever. Even the modern Corollas, the CVTs aren't letting them last forever. These are the ones to keep. These things are so simple, there isn't really that much to go wrong with them. And if it does go wrong, it's usually very cheap to fix. In fact, I work on a lot of these here in the shop, and these are just bread and butter. They're certainly not gold nuggets every time they come in here. Every time they come in, I'll give you an example. Worst case scenario to go bad on your car, your engine blows up. The engine I found at the salvage yard only had 170,000 miles on it. I paid $500 for it. Now, if this was a customer car and I had to install this engine for them, it'd be a $500 engine and $700 labor. That's $1,200 to get your engine replaced in one of these cars. And that came with a warranty. That engine had a warranty on it. $1,200 is a timing belt on a V6 Honda. I mean, these are just so cheap to take care of. The worst thing that could happen to the engine blowing up is still cheaper than maintenance on a Honda. These are just superior cars. There's just no arguing that. They're easier to take care of. They last forever. Parts is cheap. If you need a transmission, there's hundreds of them. Again, pull parts, pick and pulls. If you're buying them from a junkyard that's going to pull them for you and give you a warranty, even better. I will say that there is negatives about these cars. The paint on any of the dark colors falls off the car. The headliners tore up. The paint fades. The headlights get the film like a lot of the cars do. They get high mileage and 22 years old. But there's just not a lot of negatives mechanically. There's no repair on this car that I just dread. There's repairs that I dread on a lot of cars. Just ones that come in that you just, don't deal with that. Nothing. Every time a Corolla comes in, it's like, oh yeah, Corolla's going to be in and out today. Whatever it is. Engine, 1 day job. Transmission, that might be a 2 day job. But still, they're just not that bad. I definitely enjoy working on Toyota Corollas. They're great cars. They last forever. If you're in the market for an affordable, cheap car, you can find these all day long. Get one with a major problem. Pay $500 for the car with a blown head gasket. Pay $800 for the car that has the check engine light on and won't pass smog. Whatever you got to do. Those cars, you buy them with problems, they're going to be way cheaper, and just bring them and get them fixed. They're so simple and cheap to repair. You're not going to get a cactus enema on the price point of repairing these. On the contrary, if you see behind me over here, we've got this rolling shipping crate back here, the old Dodgy Dodge. Well, that's going to be a lot more expensive to repair. But we'll got a review coming up for you on these old first-gen Rams in the future after we fixed it, which is going to take forever. So I'll make a future video on that. But anyway, that's going to sum it up for us in our Toyota Corolla review. Everything about them is great. Highly recommend these cars. I'd recommend these over the Sentras. This particular generation, 98 to 2002, with the timing chain 1.8 liter engine, automatic transmission, standard transmission, whatever you prefer, it doesn't matter. A lot of times stick shift is more reliable, as is the case of the Ranger. In this case, it doesn't matter. Change your transmission fluid on time, the automatic will last forever. These things are invincible. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to the video at the bottom there, and leave us a comment. Here we have next week's video coming out is on these first gen Dodge trucks. And all I got to tell you about Dodge is what my professor told me about Dodge when I was in school for automotive. See, he was an Irish gent, and he said, all you got to know when you go to buy a Dodge is you'll get the dictionary out and it'll give you some sound buying advice. You look up Dodge, and Webster right there will tell you, Dodge, to avoid. Look at that. It goes on to elaborate that dodgy is an adjective that represents the company very well. Dodgy, i.e., unreliable and sketchy. That's pretty much all you need to know. But this thing's got a 360, which is one of the more reliable engines. It's not a Cummins. Calm down, diesel fanboys, and put your pants back on. It's 360 gas. Everybody loves these motors, and we're going to do a review on this D250 coming soon. Here's a sneak peek. In here, we've got a big old V8 getting a... What mileage are you getting right now, Big Al?
About 6.
6 miles to the gallon, because good fuel economy. That's for didn't you know? We got our radiator all disconnected here. This is definitely a work in progress, which is why we're not reviewing it at this time. Because if I was to review this particular vehicle at this time, it would not be nice. But when we're done with it, this thing should be a minty classic. And we're going to tell you all about first-gen Dodge, some of its options. Some of its options I'm going to have to do research on. These trucks are just so interesting from these days of old. Simplistic reliability until something goes wrong. This is what we've got scheduled for next week, so definitely hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up to date on all the cool and interesting things we're doing. Or leave us a comment if we're not doing cool and interesting things, maybe a suggestion on what we should do. But down here in the South, these trucks are still on the road, and we still have to fix them to keep them running, keep them on the road for the customers, which is why it's going to be here for a while. This is Dodge. Everybody knows Dodge takes forever. I'd also like to point out, how many windshield wipers do we see on this particular truck? Yeah. We'll meet the owner next time, too.
You'll never know him. He is the forgotten. His name